Hey everyone, welcome back to Life with Sonia, where I share all things home daycare related as well as lifestyle and everything in between. Today I'm taking you along for a dollar store shop with me. I'll show you exactly what I buy to keep my daycare running smoothly, from craft supplies to organizational must-haves to sensory bins. Let's head inside and see what treasures we can find. I will be starting off at Dollarama, and then after that we will head on over to Dollar Tree. Right off the bat, we are hitting the kitchen section, and here you can find tons of stuff for your sensory bins or your mud kitchens. I love getting little tongs for that pincer grasp. It's really great. These are a good deal, two for $4. They have the wooden ones, as I shared with you. They have large scoops, small scoops, measuring cups, spatulas, whisks. They're all fairly inexpensive. They also have the citrus press here, which I do love to buy for Play-Doh, but I reserve to buy it at Dollar Tree as it is $1.50, and as if you saw, it was $4. They also have these rolling pins. I do find these a little bit too big for the kids, but they are very light. They also have the mini whisks. They have the turkey basters, like these mini spatulas, all great things that you can use for your mud kitchen outside, like I said, or your sensory bin. However, I would double check prices at both, as some of these are $3 or $4 and you can find the exact same stuff at Dollar Tree. These bowls are great because they are actually stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about it rusting, especially if you're using them in your mud kitchen outside. Sifters are great also for the mud kitchen outside, and you can see these guys have a lot of different sizes. Now for craft, these coffee filters are great, especially for during springtime. They make great flowers, and these bottles are also great to mix in different paints in there, so you can get the kids to squirt them out, especially if you're doing outdoor crafts. I also like to buy garbage bags, and also here for diapers, and then also these Kleenex hand towels, because with the ministry, they require us each child to have their own towel to wipe their hands, and I just found that it's much easier for me to use these disposable hand towels, especially since we wash our hands so many times throughout the day, and I just split them into half for them to dry their hands with. Also, as you saw, I shared some wipes and Kleenexes that you can, the small packs that you can shove in your bags for the parks. I like these bins to organize all my theme supplies in. They are $5. They're clear. They also come in many different sizes. I do buy the largest ones because they store the most, and I use these little bins for my morning bins, where I put tons of different little activities that I pick up from dollar store as well, just to keep the kids occupied for the morning. I also buy the barkeepers, a friend here, just because they're very hard to find anywhere else. And also just wanted to show they have lots of great fridge organizers, especially if you have children with allergies. You could get these bins, put all their food and drinks that the parents bring, and label them and put them in your fridge. They are inexpensive here comparing to some other options out there, and you can only buy one or you can buy as many as you need. Lots of, like I said, those are great. And also wanted to share these plates. They're melamine. They're white if you want to stick to more neutral colors for serving the kids, and they are decently priced, comparable to if you buy those ones from IKEA. These are glass bottles. I do like to use glass bottles, and these were great because they had the little silicone on them to protect it from breaking. I fill these up and bring it outside in the backyard, and then just pour water out of them if the kids are thirsty, if I don't want to bring out their water bottles. I also wanted to share that they have lots of great glass storage, food storage with snap-on lids, great for storing food if you are doing meal prep on the weekends. Glass is always a great idea. These measuring cups are great also for your sensory bins. They also have glass one in case if you want one for yourself, but I like buying those ones for the sensory bin. They also have great seasonal crafts supplies if you need them, and these push things are great for your morning bins. Also these stampers, self-inking stampers. I love buying those for morning bins as well. Puppets, if you need puppets, they always have some sort of puppets. Their book selections are good, especially for the hardcover books that you want. I have kids that like to rip the books apart, and we're really working hard on them not to. So I like to add books that are a little harder to rip, and these are a range in price from 250 to $5. And they're not the best quality written books, but they're great for your the book center to keep the kids from ripping your good ones. Another thing that the Dollarama has are these transitional mittens. That's what I call them because these are great for fall and springtime, and they come in pack of two. They vary in price from $1 to $2, and these were $4 because they were bigger. And I always let parents know that those are great, and it's always not a bad idea to buy some for yourself to have. This pail, as well as all of these paint supplies, are great for outdoor craft time. I love to fill this up, and especially when it's nice outside with water, and give them this stuff, the paintbrushes, the rollers, and all that fun stuff. And then they paint the fence, paint the house. They absolutely love using these for that. Then Dollarama also has this great section of wood crafts that you can buy. Some of them can get pricey because there will be $3 or $4 each. And then depending on how many kids you have, I thought these bug catchers would be great to use in springtime. They can paint it, and then you can go outside and look for bugs. These are also great fillers for the sensory bin. They have a whole bunch of different wood cutouts that you can add to sensory bins as well. And then, as you can see, lots of different wood cutouts just to use for crafts. These canvases are great if you want the kids just to do some freestyle painting. I do give them mirrors, and then they can paint themselves looking at the mirror and do self-portraits. That's always a fun craft to do. They're not the great with tempera paint. They have lots of acrylic paint, but not that much tempera paint. And I just saw that I did not zoom in, but they do also have the toddler paint brushes. If you don't know what those look like, they're a lot thicker at the end for the kids to hold them a little bit easier. But they have, but again, like I was saying, they don't have a lot of tempera paints, more on the acrylic paint. And I prefer to use the tempera paint. The little marbles as well as the pebbles are also great sensory bin fillers. They also have lots of different craft sticks, the colored ones to plain ones to large ones to small ones. And also plasticine, and then as well these foam cutouts. They have lots of different foam cutouts for crafting. That if you are looking just for something quick, they have the sticky back. Lots of different colored pom-poms. So you are pretty much set when it comes to craft supplies, because you can pretty much buy everything at the Dollarama. They also have construction paper. I'm pretty sure you can get a better deal somewhere else, but this construction paper is a pretty good um, quality. And then they have glue sticks. They have the Elmer's glue sticks, and they also have their own brand, the Studio brand. And then they also have the small scissors. And we're back into more books because the books prior to that were seasonal. These are just general books. If you use coloring books, they have coloring books as well. If you don't want to be printing out stuff, you can just use those. In the kids section, they have the Montoy brand, which is pretty good, and I love those for my morning bins. They also have great wood puzzles with that go well with themes if you do themes in your daycare, or you can just use them as they are. Caterpillar puzzle would be great to go with caterpillars. I do have this the bird puzzle as well. I thought this was pretty neat. It's a magnets with a magnetic board for an extra sit down activity. They also have lots of Play-Doh and Play-Doh supplies, although I do think you should make your own Play-Doh. Then they have these growing sea creatures, which you could totally use in your water sensory bin. They have large dinosaur puppets, which I think are great. And then you also have the assorted animals and dinosaurs. These aren't the best quality, but they do work as well as the little pickup trucks and cement trucks. I like to take these outside in a sensory bin because they get played roughly with, and it's okay if they get broken. And now we are at Dollar Tree, and right off the bat, Dollar Tree has these pumpkins. If you don't want to go out and get a pumpkin, these are great to be painted. I was looking at the mittens that they had here, and they do not have the same ones as they did at the other one. I never know which one's a glove and which one's a mitten. These are great for sorting if you want to buy a couple different packages. They also have great treat bags here for cheaper than Dollarama. And their craft Halloween section, the wood cutouts are definitely cheaper than at Dollar Tree, Dollarama. These were $1.50 here, and they were, I think, $2.50 at Dollarama. They also had these cute little foam craft kits for $1.50, which again, I don't think that's such a terrible price. Their Christmas section is full of craft supplies as well. If you are doing this type of crafting, I like to have a couple of these on hand throughout the week just in case if I fall behind with prepping crafts. I like to have these as backup or add them to the craft that I'm already doing. And in their kitchen section, as you can see, they also have Betty Crockers. So I would definitely check those. And my kids absolutely love these pasting brushes. So I always like to have a couple of those on hand. And then the whisks are here as well. So like I said, double check the price. I did like the mini whisks that the Dollarama had, just because they're a little bit easier to handle. And as you can see, they have those here as well. These would be good for Play-Doh as well if you want the garlic press. But they do have the citrus presses here for $1.50 versus the $4 that they were over at Dollarama. I like to use these cutting boards as Play-Doh mats because you can put sheets underneath and they can be still see-through, and you can tape them and then they'll be protected if you're using Play-Doh sheets. These trays are great for containing craft supplies for each child. I have bought several of them. If the little design bothers you, you can always spray paint them with the solid color. And there were those citrus presses that I was talking about. They also have the sticks here for barbecuing that you can cut up if you want for crafts, cookie sheets for cookie cutters for Play-Doh. Always check the dollar store for cookie cutters because they will have a theme related or just random ones. And here are some more of those squirt bottles that I was sharing at from Dollarama. And all of these are great for your sensory bins. They have seashells, colored rocks, normal rocks. They have glass um, things. These are also great for manipulatives for kids to use. And they also had some sand. If you are looking for sand for like craft time, I think it would be quite expensive to buy all that sand for your sensory bin. Streamers are great. That's one thing the Dollarama does not have, are the streamers for some reason. And also these paper colored plates are great for crafts. I use these quite often for making puppets or creating like little scenes on the plates. Just so many ideas. Doilies are great as well. These little containers in the party sections are great for organizing your craft supplies. So that way you can see exactly what's in there. Great, those are great for pom-poms. And then they also have all these little plastic cups and paper cups that are great for using for crafts as well. And these paper shavings are great for, again, sensory bin. So lots of sensory bin supplies at both dollar stores. And from multicolor tissue paper to solid color tissue paper, they got you covered. Lots of different tissue papers. I love using these gift bags. I get the kids to decorate them for whatever presents they're making, whether it's Mother's Day, Christmas, Father's Day, even as a Halloween treat bags, because I do take them trick-or-treating in my neighborhood for just a couple houses of people that I know. Their florals are cheap here, so great for craft supplies. I like using this clear shelf liner for laminating things as well as for crafts. They also have the muffin tins, which I use for my mud kitchen outside. The kids absolutely love adding mulch to them, mud to them. All of these are great for your mud kitchen. And if they get ruined, it's only $1.50. You can replace them easily. If you don't want to use plastics, they have lots of good variety and good variety of sizes of these wicker baskets. They also have lots of different fabrics, lots of different felts. If you are creating your own felt stories or just needing felt for crafts, they have lots of um, different colors, different styles, different patterns. I thought the this fabric was pretty neat, but what I thought was even neater was this flat felt, which is a little bit harder than the other rolled up felt, and these are great to use in a Cricut machine to cut out shapes if you want for circle time props. Lots of yarn, uh, again, great craft supplies. They also have those different bags that you can use if you don't want to use the paper ones. And again, lots of different wood cutouts. They also have books again, like board books. Like I said, not necessarily the best written books, but if you want just decent books to sit in your bookshelf, whether it's for your theme or just random ones, and so they don't get ripped easily. They have lots. They do have a little bit of a better selection of tempera paint, but do your research as to what kind of tempera paint this is. I like to buy gallon size tempera paint, and I just buy the primary colors and then mix it to make all the other colors. I love these brushes for the kids. I remember when Scholar's Choice was around, this stuff was so expensive, and it's great to see it here. Even though the maybe the quality is not as good, but the price is so much less that it's okay if you have to buy them multiple times. I do like buying these watercolors, although I don't think I would buy those because they seem to be falling apart. But I do buy individual watercolors for the kids to use for painting, and they each get one. They have a great wood selection here, and they also have a great classroom decorating section. Um, that's one thing that Dollarama does not have at all, is classroom decor section. They also have Crayola crayons and pencil crayons. And so here is that whole section for decorating your classroom and stickers. And also, I like these pencil toppers for color sorting. There is actually another section that I will share that had them a lot cheaper than the Crayola ones. And they were pencil toppers as well. There just weren't Crayola ones. The coloring chips are also great for sorting. Uh, and they also have lots of different portfolios if you're doing writing portfolios or just keeping kids' stuff organized. I think this is a great place to find everything that you might need for that. So here are those pencil toppers that will say you get a lot more for the same price. And again, they have a lot of different office supplies and safety scissors as well. If you would like those, which I think it's a better deal than the other scissors at Dollarama. Rulers are great for measuring. My kids are always measuring something. And then they also have a pretty good paint supply selection as well. So this will all be $1.50, which will probably be cheaper than what Dollarama has. But Dollarama still not a bad price, better than Home Depot. Lots of different construction bristle boards, lots of foam boards, black foam boards that are almost like chalkboard as well. So lots of classroom decor and organization. I also picked up a 2025 desktop calendar here. Dollarama has them. They're way bigger. They're probably about $5 as well, but these were $1.50. They're a little bit smaller. We'll see. Last year I had the bigger one and I did like all the space that I could write in. So we'll see how this one works out. They also have lots of cars, and I like getting these Legos and then also the Lego boards, the base plate, because when we do sit down activities, kids can all just build their own thing on the base plate. They have assorted animals here. I did pick up really great quality large bugs here. I think these are great for calming station, and then also the large dice is great for math center. For dramatic play, some of these smaller detergent bottles that they have or the softener bottles are great once you use them up to put in the dramatic play area. Dollar Tree also has these blankets. They're um, very light, which I think are great for nap time or even for your dramatic play area. They also carry washcloths if you would like to go that route instead of using the disposable ones. And I thought this shirt would be great to buy for park visits. You could cut them so they're not as long. They're so bright yellow that you could see your children all the time. Mirrors, like I mentioned before, I like using them for crafts, but also dramatic play area. And if you have a child that constantly needs band-aids, they have great selection of band-aids, more Kleenexes as well, and you could totally make a little travel first aid kit with all the supplies that they have at Dollar Tree. All right, I think we are all set. They have so many awesome finds that will keep the daycare fun and organized without breaking the bank. Thank you so much for coming along with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite dollar store finds for home daycare. See you next time.